Welcome everybody. We're halfway through winter. No, just kidding. We're actually only halfway through fall. It just feels like winter. Also, you'll see I haven't shaved in a few days. It's No Shave November, which is just in remembrance of prostate cancer awareness. And a lot of our police department and fire, we'll also see they'll grow a little bit over the next couple of weeks, and then they'll be shaving it off. I want to go over, we had a meeting last night. We had a special council meeting and a committee meeting. So a lot was going on, including the budget. We started preliminary looking at the budget for 2020 and went through all that. Plus, of course, current numbers on the year. Everything's looking good year to date. And we should end the year in the black, and next year also is looking good right now too. So just let you guys know that. Go over a couple of things that we had a special council meeting. Had a lot split that we worked on that did get moved off because some safety concerns about driveways. We also had a look in here vehicle bid. The council voted to purchase a new vehicle for the end of the year for the police department. We had trail land purchase. We also purchased a piece of property, a little over 2 acres. It goes back behind from where the old water well is at for the city. Goes back behind and over to the senior housing. That will have part of the new trail going through it. That's from the donation we told you guys about, $200,000 donation for a scenic trail. That's our final piece we had to get. So we should be able to finish up engineering, get that started pretty quick as soon as this closes. And then we also had our Centerton Water appeal. We lost that, and so the council voted unanimously last night to go ahead and move forward and try to push that to the Arkansas Supreme Court. I'm explaining to you why we're doing this, and it's kind of because this is an unprecedented area that we're in, where you have a competing state law that is on the side of the city of Gravette, and then you have a federal law that is for rural departments that Centerton is using to hide behind for their stuff to keep that area. And then we have a lot of concerns as far as future growth for the city of Gravette. Some of those concerns are fire hydrant flow testing has not been coming back real good in that area. It hurts our ISO ratings. Future upgrades on the lines, water pressure issues in that area. Also, major leaks in that area too that have been brought to our attention. And then, of course, our future goal of having sewer. It's very hard to have sewer in an area where you don't have the water rights. And it's very important to have the water rights to go along with the sewer so that it just makes it a lot easier. You don't have separate meters, you don't have separate bills for everybody, and everybody gets to have one bill from one entity. Now, this will one day down the road, whether it happens this time or later, the city of Gravette will get the water rights to that area when Centerton pays off what is called a 1926B rule loan that they accepted or took over when they bought this area of water. Once that is done, then the state law can't be trumped by a federal loan law. At that point in time, Gravette will have for sure the right to have the water area. Our problem with waiting till that's paid off, I believe they owe 100 and something thousand still on that loan, is that it hurts the future growth if Centerton is not focusing on that area like they are the other areas of their town. And we really don't believe they are from the calls we get from our citizens over there. And we want to be able to have a focus, to be able to come before you, the voters, and say, here's what we've got, here's what we can do in the future, and let us decide what we want to do in our city. So that's why this is being pushed. That's why the council believes in this, our attorneys believe in this, and I also believe in this, that we do see this through to fruition. And then if we then don't come out of it winners at that point, we know we will be in the future because of the state law once this federal law has been paid off. And so sooner or later it will happen. We're just hoping for sooner than later because it's just better for building growth and getting the city where it needs to be in the future. So I know that's a lot to take in, a lot of getting in the weeds there, but I just want you guys to have all the information as to what's going on. We also looked at during committee a couple of other things. A rezoning out on 72 Highway to commercial that someone's looking at to put in a new venue there. A nuisance property resolution over in the Hiawassee area of a building that's been dilapidated, falling apart for several years. We're hoping to get that torn down. And then updating our fee schedule. So right now, fees are in all different kinds of ordinances, and what we're seeing is that kind of gets confusing for our departments, and we're just wanting a fee schedule where everything's listed on one sheet so everybody can know what they charge for and what department, what area, that type of stuff. And then last but not least, just a couple of small budget adjustments that are added in there. We also just found out our county property taxes are up 11.5% from last year, which is good news. And we still don't know yet where we're going to be at on the internet tax that they passed. We haven't started receiving that yet, but as soon as we do, we should be able to find out what kind of increase that's going to cost for the city. So thank you guys. Have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you next time.